And we are live. Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody liked that. Just something a little bit different on these half an hour streams that we're going to be doing daily, just to kind of get the mood going, get everybody jumping and in a good mood. I hope everybody's had a great weekend. Hope everybody had a great Monday, and welcome into another daily Disney discussion. We're going to have a good time tonight. As you can see by the prelude of the music there, tonight, the ride we're going to be talking about is none other than Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. Again, it was funny. Yesterday we did Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and today is Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. And it's just, they just happen to both be in New Fantasyland. I mean, there's really not anything I can do about it. I did not do that, I promise you. But let's say hi to a few people in the chat, and then I'm going to do a little bit of mousekeeping, and then we'll get right into talking about Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. James Ryan's here. Welcome in, James Ryan. One of our incredible new members, Chris Phantom Gazer, is here. Good to see you, Chris, buddy. Russ Stapleton, another one. He is our newest member. Russ signed up today. Russ, thank you for being a member, buddy. We definitely appreciate it very, very much to all of our members. You're here as well. Thank you. Surya Myers, another one of our newer members. Thank you, Surya, so much. Everybody's generosity has just been nothing short of amazing. G. Wilson is here as well. Good to see you, G. Wilson. Let's see, we got Alyssa and Neil Disney family. Welcome in. Under the Sea is where I'd rather be. What else? What does Ariel know? Addie Family's Adventures. Addie Family Adventures, welcome in. Good to see you. Rob Fuzz is here. Disney Circus Girl Ray's here. Melissa's here. Yay, she's in the other room. Sherry Elson Sunset Travels is here as well. I think that's everybody for now, but I just want to bring a couple of comments on here. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Thank you all for being here. Welcome in for sure. But a little bit of mousekeeping, of course. Everybody, be sure to check out the liveplace.com family-friendly streams throughout the week. Dean is fantastic with it. He does such a great job. He is like the TV guide of live streams. If you're looking for a live stream, no matter what day of the week it is, Monday through Sunday, go to theliveplace.com. That's really the place to check it out. You're going to find what you want right there for sure. I'll await my bribe. Chris says, I'm new. I've never heard of this show before. It is kind of new, to be honest. But, of course, our two partner channels are Steve's World and Disney Dan. Check those guys out as well. They're fantastic. Steve goes live a little bit later tonight. Great lineup tonight. Right after me at 7 o'clock, you'll have Josh from Practically Perfect Park Hopping at 7. 8 o'clock, you got Steve with just another Monday night. And then at 9, you got Meg. And then at 10, you got Pepper Tree Villa. So a huge lineup tonight of great channels. Be sure to check them all out. And, of course, tomorrow, we go live with Disanity at 8 o'clock. It's News and Notes night. And I'm thinking we're going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow night. There's some big news going on down here in Florida that we may hopefully have some breaking news tomorrow to talk about. But that's tomorrow. But let's get right into it for today. We're going to talk about, again, none other than, how come you're not in there with Walt? She doesn't want to be honest with you. She literally just got off work, Brian, as we speak. So this is kind of just my thing to have some fun with. I was kind of bored, and I said, you know what, Melissa, I want to do another show here and there until the parks open. And that's kind of the point of this show. This show is called A Daily Disney Discussion, all about attractions at Walt Disney World. And I'm going to do it every single day until the park reopens, until Walt Disney World reopens. So whether that's 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, we're going to do it till either the parks open or we run out of things to talk about. But we're going to definitely have a good time with it. And again, today, welcome in Charlie and Stacy, the Disney Nerd Herders are here. Michelle the Quilter is here. Michelle, good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. Craig's Robotics is in the house. Craig, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. I think this might be your first time, but we're definitely glad you're here. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. And again, if you hear the little popping sound, that's the chat. Walt's getting pork chops. Walt is getting pork chops, and I made myself a healthier concoction. Yes, she did. She's doing good. Little Mermaid fish sounds good for dinner. It does sound good. Blaine 2007, welcome in. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well as well. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, obviously, Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. I didn't realize how long this ride's been around. Can you believe it's almost been 10 years? June 3rd, 2011. June 3rd, 2011 is when the ride debuted. Now, we were talking about it yesterday. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train didn't debut until 2013. So the new Fantasyland was in place for almost 2 full years before its Seven Dwarfs Mine Train even opened, which I thought was kind of interesting. Ray says the good thing is there is so much to talk about with Disney, you probably won't run out of topics. That's probably true, but we'll see. We'll have to see for sure. Excuse me. But it's a great ride. It really is. It's your quintessential dark ride for sure. There's no doubt about that. But it's a fun dark ride. Again, we'll start with theming. I think the theming is spot on with this ride. It's absolutely fantastic. Disney does such a great job with it. The queue in the beginning is fun. You've got Scuttle there talking to you. You've got other little crabs you can look in on and see that are really neat as well. I think they do such a great job with it. Brian says, we have it at DCA. It's where Golden Dreams used to be. Gotcha. Okay. But I like it. I think it's a really good ride. I'll give my rating in a little bit. I don't want to give it just yet. But what I also like about it is, talking about the queue, is you'll get a lot of different interactive areas in the queue. And then once you're inside, it's really cool inside. It's kind of a half outside, half inside queue with this ride. Hey, Samantha Lowe, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But I love it. I think I love the queue. It's done really well. Again, it's themed fantastic. Chris says, weirdly, this is probably the ride in Fantasy I've ridden the most. We don't like waiting for Pan and Dwarves. We don't like Pooh, and my daughter rages against Small World. I understand. I totally get it. But for me, I enjoyed this ride. I really do. I like everything about it. I like the fact that Scuttle is telling the story of the Little Mermaid, which is really neat as well. He's awesome. I'm assuming that's Buddy Hackett, that they got to do that. I know he's passed now and gone, but I think it's Buddy Hackett who actually did do the recording of it. At least I hope it is. He's pretty awesome. Welcome in, Tim Pruitt. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. But the other thing about this ride that I think is really cool, it's actually a little bit longer than I thought. It's actually a 6-minute ride. I didn't think it was that long. I only thought it was like a 3 to 4 minute ride. It didn't feel like it, but it actually is. It's pretty cool for sure. But I like it a lot. AJC Magic TV. Welcome in, Amy. Good to see you. Everybody say hi to Amy. And Sherry, Awesome Sunset Travel. Sherry, did I say hi to you? And I'm sorry if I didn't, but welcome in, Sherry. Good to see you as well. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a really fun ride. Again, it's about 6 minutes long, and there's plenty of animatronics in this ride, which is really neat. And they tell the story of the Little Mermaid throughout, and you've got all the songs. You've got Poor Unfortunate Souls a little bit in there. You've got Under the Sea, which we just heard a little bit earlier. We have Kiss the Girl. I really enjoyed this. I think it's done really well. But one of my favorite parts of this ride, more than anything else, and I want to hear what everybody else thinks in the chat. Let me know. In a minute, we'll give our rating of it, but I want to know what you guys think. What part of this ride is your favorite? I actually really love the Ursula animatronic in this ride. I think they did such a great job on it. It's gigantic. She's really big. I think it's done really well, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of it? Brian says, Golden Dreams was a show about California starring a famous activist named Karen Johnson. She was in such movies as Sister Act, Ghost, and a little-known daytime show called The View. Interesting. Didn't know that. Okay. But I like that animatronic. And there's tons of different animatronics throughout this ride. They're all over. You have Flotsam and Jetsam. Of course, you have Ariel. You have Eric. You have Flounder. You have Sebastian. You have Scuttle, which is another good one. But there's just something a little over the top about the Ursula one when she's singing her song. And it's just done really, really well. And they tell, it's a quick 6-minute ride, but they tell the story in that 6 minutes. They hit on everything, which is what I like about it. I think it's one of the things, in my opinion, that makes it a good dark ride, because you don't have to have seen Little Mermaid, and you'll kind of get the idea of what they're talking about by this. Yep, Chris says, yeah, that animatronic is good. I think it's good, too. I really do. I think they did a really good job on this ride. I love the fact that you're sitting inside of a clamshell as well. I think that's really, really fun. Brian says, my favorite part is the long air-conditioned room that the ride is in. It's true. It's one of the best parts about it. But there's never, and please, if I'm wrong, if you've seen different, let me know. There's never a wait for this ride. There's just never a wait for this ride. If you're waiting 15 minutes, I think that's the most. Charlie and Stacy say, Sophie sings through the whole ride. I enjoy that, but Charlie and Avery, not so much. This must be Stacy. Melissa says, I always feel like I have to hold my breath because she's underwater. Russ says, this ride always makes me have to pee afterwards. Extra AC is always a good thing. That's true. It is one of those rides. The Ursula room is really good. The eyes in the jars. Yes. It's awesome. They do a really good job with that. Hey, John Hazelton. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Everybody say hi to John. T. Marie Photography is here as well. Wonderful to see you, T. Marie. Be sure to check out T. Marie's channel. One of my subs, if you could put her link in there. I know that Marie's been doing some YouTubing as well and some live streaming. Be sure to check her out. She does great stuff. Brian says, ever seen the Ursula head fall off in the ride before? Yes, we have. Yes, we actually have seen it. I think maybe once, Brian, but we have seen it. You know what? I'm going to take that back. I don't know if that was live or if we saw it on a video, but we have seen it. We always say if there's a wait for Under the Sea, we know the park's busy. That's true. But you know what? See, I think for me, Chris, what I'll say is this. I agree with you, but I don't feel like it's one of those. It's not a bad ride. I understand that it's not overly popular to have tons of people, but I don't know why that is, to be honest with you, because I don't think it's an unpopular ride. Blue Nose 352. Chris is in the house. Good to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for being here. But we saw Ariel when her eye got wonky. Yes, Melissa, you're right. I do remember that. Big Noah Mountain 5. What's up, Noah? Good to see you, buddy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And I apologize if there's any sort of echo in the background. Alyssa and Neil Disney Family said, Ursula is a great animatronic. I like the musical sea creatures. They play a variety of instruments. Yes, fantastic. Probably my second favorite part of it. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. It's my third favorite part, but I like the part where they're singing Under the Sea and you got all the different fish dancing or playing the different instruments. My second favorite part is where they're in the boat and Sebastian singing Kiss the Girl, because that's actually my favorite song. It's probably the least most popular song of all of them, but that's my favorite song in the movie, is Kiss the Girl. Yeah, that's what it was. Melissa said we saw it on the video. I agree, 100%. All right, I think we are up to date on everybody here. So I'm going to give my rating of what I think this ride is, and I want to know what everybody else thinks. So my rating is an 8 out of 10. I actually really, really enjoy this ride. Saria Myers, Saria, I said hi to you earlier, didn't I? I couldn't remember if I did or not, but just in case, welcome in. Good to see you. I really do. I think this ride is pretty awesome. It definitely deserves an 8 out of 10 in my book. It's the quintessential dark ride for sure. It takes up a lot of time. It's 6 minutes. It gets you into the air conditioning. It's entertaining. It's got a lot of music. It's got a lot of visuals that are great. The animatronics are done really, really well. I love this ride. I got to give it an 8 out of 10. Marguerite Nagy is here as well. Marguerite, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And the Philly crew is here. Meredith and Ryan, good to see you guys as well. Yeah, Kiss the Girl. That's my favorite for sure. Girl gets all the lyrics right in the Under the Sea room. Yes. We try to sing Scuttle's part when Mason does a good job with that in Under the Sea when Scuttle comes in and kind of ruins it. Mason's really good with that. That's funny. Tina McNeil, welcome in. Tina, good to see you. Another one of our brand new members. Tina, it's good to see you, dear. Thank you again for your generosity. Good to see you. So Chris gives it a 7. Let me know what everybody else. Let me see your rating. What do you give Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid? Do you give it a 6? You give it a 7? You give it an 8? And then tell me some of the things. If you had to change something about the ride, what would you change about the ride? Let me know that too. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. We got, who else is here? I did. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Alrighty, Brian says, Jennifer would give it an 11 out of 10. I give it a 7 because of the AC. Okay, there you go. Alyssa and Neil said, when the ride first opened, there were real long lines. Love this ride. At least an 8. One of the best Disney movies ever. Yep, I agree about the movie for sure. Let's see what else we got. Russ Stapleton says, this is probably the ride that I always get stopped on the most. I think I've heard all the dialogue from each character from Delays. I believe it. Alex Down, welcome in, buddy. Alex Down, it's good to see you. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Saria gives it a 7. Chris will be here, buddy. No problem. Covering there. James gives it a 6. Interesting, James. Tell me why. Why is it not higher for you? And something about it you don't like? Saria says it needs an update technically, honestly. Okay. T. Marie gives it a 7. 7 for both Charlie and Stacy. It's gorgeous here today. Would be a perfect park day. Yes, it would, Melissa. You're right. It's beautiful here in Florida today. But I don't know. I love the ride. It's going to get an 8 out of 10 for me. It gives me everything I need. It gets me out of the sun and the heat. It's entertaining. It sings all the good songs. It tells the story well enough that we understand it. The animatronics are done well. It's just a really fun ride. It's just long enough. David Stevens, welcome in, buddy. That I really enjoy it. Noah gives it an 8 out of 10 as well. David Stevens gives it a 7. I do. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a really good ride. There are probably a handful of rides that are going to get a 10 out of 10. And I understand this. Look, this is not a thrill ride for sure. We know that. We know it's not a thrill ride. But what it does is it gives us everything we need out of a normal dark ride. I mean, everybody loves Peter Pan, and everybody knows how I feel about Haunted Mansion. But this dark ride is actually really done well. Meredith and Ron say that Little Mermaid is not one of our must rides. I'd give it a 5. It is a good escape from the heat, with the queue being indoors and the ride length being 5+ minutes. Yeah, it's a 6-minute ride for sure. I'm interested to hear why you only give it a 5 though. What is it you don't like about it? I wonder. Chris says I agree with whoever said it stops a lot. Sorry, over the stove. That's okay. I've stopped on this way more than others. I know it's because it's a continuous loader. Probably. We do it 1 or 2 times a trip. Yep, us too. I think so. James says, I think 6 is a good score if I consider that a ride like Rise would be a 10. Okay, I understand that. Michelle says, 8, I like the entrance queue with all the artifacts to look at and the crabs. I agree 100%. I like when it brings you under the water with bubbles overhead. Yes, the way it integrates into the... I agree 100%. Wait, where are you, Melissa? Are you in another room? Did Walt kick you out? I did not kick her out, but she is in the other room. Maybe I'm a harder grader. No, James, that's the best part about this is grade it the way you would grade it. That's what makes it great. But it makes sense, and Melissa agrees. I wish they made it a bit more thrilling. You know what, Saria? I'll say this. For what it's supposed to be, I think it fits perfectly. It's supposed to be a dark ride. Most dark rides are going to be this way. They're going to be slow. They're going to be very tame. They're not going to be thrill. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that was ultimately the purpose of it. I'm not feeling camera worthy today. Oh yeah, you guys, you got to check it out tomorrow. Melissa's got a new do. Well, not really a new do, but a new color to her hair. You'll see that tomorrow night. Wait till you see it. I love it, by the way, just FYI. For us, the ride tends to stop often, which takes away from the attraction. Understood. It does stop a lot. Melissa Charlie wants to know if we should put our orders in for supper. Oh my God, guys. I ate just before I came on here. That girl can cook. That's why I married her. Alyssa and Neil says sometimes folks don't like walking that far into Fantasyland. The heat makes it tough if there's a line. Yes, I agree with you. It's kind of in the back. It's kind of out of the way. You know, a lot of times people won't go back there. That's why I think Gaston's Tavern doesn't get a lot of play. And then that other little store right next to Gaston's Tavern doesn't get a lot of play either. You don't see a ton of people in there. But I really like the queue. I like this ride. The waterfall they have at the ride, too, as you're going into the queue. I think it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy for me to get an 8. That's just me, though. No, Melissa didn't kick me out, Blaine. Well, maybe. Maybe. We all know who rules our homes. Or maybe just into Under the Sea, make it a bit more immersive. Maybe that's a better example. Okay, I get that too. That makes sense. I try to hold my breath through the whole ride, but haven't been able to yet. No. Charlie, that's sick. Can you hold your breath for 6 minutes? It's a 6-minute ride. If you can hold your breath for 6 minutes, you can do it. I couldn't do it. Uh-oh, Melissa, what did you do? Nothing. She's fine. Trust me. Melissa decided to use permanent hair color for the first time in her life. Not sure if it was a good decision or not, but the grays are gone. You guys will see more. Russ says, it tells the story of Little Mermaid very well. I agree. I thought it did too. I think it hit on all the points that it needed to hit on. Russ also says, I think it was developed well story-wise with Scuttle as the narrator. Perfect for the little kiddies. I agree with that 100%. Yep, new do. All the hairdressers here are closed. I have a new do. My color is morphing into long gray roots. Yes, it's exactly right. Hey there, Candy Mom. There's another one of our members. Candy Mom, Cynthia. Great to see you as well. Thank you again, Cynthia, for being here. You're fantastic as well. Thank you so much for being here. Brian says, I may be going to Walt Disney World in November with my best friend, Brenda. I'll let you guys know the dates if we go. Yep, please do. We'd love to see you, Brian, for sure. You know that. Alyssa and Neil say, throw rides are okay, but the smaller ones and the meeker folks like being visually stimulated. How is it different than Peter Pan or Pooh? Visually, I don't know that it is any different, to be honest with you. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily better than Peter Pan. I like it. I mean, we haven't rated Peter Pan yet. When that one comes up, we will. I like it better than Pooh because there are certain parts of the Pooh attraction that I'm not a fan of that I think could be better. Whereas with this ride, there's really no part of this ride other than when it goes down that I don't like. Whereas parts of Pooh, and I'll get into it when we do Pooh, I wish they could have done a little bit better. That's kind of where I feel with that. But that's just me. Oh, don't worry. You'll see that tomorrow. Let's see here. Brian also said, I can't wait for you guys to get out to Disneyland DCA. Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll be coming soon, hopefully. Hopefully coming soon. Yes. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Candy Mom is saying, I'm excited to get my appointment. Oh, talking about their hair. Everybody's talking about hair. But I do. I really like this ride. I think this ride is fantastic. It's a Fantasyland ride. It fits in well with Fantasyland. But I'll be honest with you, you could take this ride, Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, and you could put this in Hollywood Studios, and it still works, in my opinion. I think it works. I don't know that it necessarily works over in Animal Kingdom, although, you know, Under the Sea, those are animals under the seas as well. They're fish, but I guess it could work. And I don't know that it necessarily would work over at Epcot, but it definitely works at Hollywood Studios too. I mean, they have Voyage of the Little Mermaid over at Hollywood Studios. This could go over there and it would be just fine. Let's see here. But that's just me. I really enjoyed the ride. Now, I know we're coming up on 6:30 again. This is only going to be a half an hour show each and every week, guys. Just a way for us to connect, talk a little bit, talk about rides, attractions, have something to talk about Disney-wise because, of course, Disney is still shut down. But I thought it would be a good way for all of us to connect. Jim More Sunshine, please, is here. What's up, Jim? Good to see you, buddy. Jim goes live on Tuesdays just before us at 7:30. Be sure to check him out as well. Let's see here. Candy Mom says, Brian, let's Steven take care of it yourself. Oh, that's true. Talking about haircuts. Alyssa and Neil say it's a great Disney theme ride that should become a staple in Disney World for years to come. I think it is. I don't think this ride's going anywhere for a while. I think it's really, really popular enough, and of course the movie is extremely popular, that I don't see Journey, Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid going anywhere for any time soon. I really don't. I think it's done well. You know, like I said already ad nauseum, I think it's done really, really well. I don't see this ride going anywhere. Mm. Let's see what else we got. Surya says, if you revamped it, I don't know how that got so small like that, guys, and I apologize. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if I did. There we go. She says, if you revamped it and put it with Nemo for Animal Kingdom, it might be good. Okay, that might work. That might work. They have. Everybody's talking about their hair. All right, let's see here. But you guys are all talking about hair now. I don't know what to say. But no, I really do. I love the ride, and I'm glad it was one of the ones we got to do. Again, it's one of the dark rides. I don't know where you would rank it with other dark rides. You know, somebody was talking earlier about putting it with Peter Pan or Pooh. I mean, you have Frozen Ever After. You have the Three Caballeros. You have Living with the Land. Even though they're in the water, they're kind of dark rides to me. Pirates is kind of a dark ride to me. That's just my opinion. In some ways, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We talked about that yesterday. That's kind of a half coaster, half dark ride in some ways. But who knows? Yep, that's right. And the live action Little Mermaid is coming. I'm not a fan of the live actions. I think everybody knows that. I've never been a fan of any of them. I won't even watch Lion King live action. And don't get mad at me, guys. I'm not watching it. I'm not. Enjoyed Walt, thank you. Oh, G. Wilson, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the live actions. I've not seen any of them that I loved yet. As a matter of fact, the Aladdin one is the only one that I half liked, and I didn't love that one, but I didn't hate it. And all the other ones that I've seen so far, I've not been a fan of. I just haven't. I'm sorry, I just haven't. And Lion King is my single favorite animated Disney film. I'm afraid to watch it. I can't do it. I'm afraid it's gonna get ruined. And Chris says with other dark rides, the Mermaid is okay. Yeah, exactly. It depends. It depends too on the person because to be honest with you, if you're a big Mermaid fan, you might love this ride because you're a big Mermaid fan, and I think that's part of it too. Russ says to me, each dark ride has its pros and cons. They are all unique to their story and what effects they are using. Yep, absolutely. And T. Marie Photography, thank you so much. T. Marie Photography, our newest member. She's one of our Park Hopper members from what I think that's what I see there. Welcome to the Park Hoppers. Thank you so much, T. Marie. That is very generous. Everybody, please, hearts in the chat for T. Marie becoming one of our newest members, our newest member. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much. We're very happy, honored, and well, I'll send you something for you. You can get it right online under our community page, T. Marie. Just need something for an address and to pick one of our buttons for you so that we can send that out to you, a postcard and a button as being one of our members. So thank you very, very much. Let's see here. Thank you again, T. Marie. That was very, very generous. Saria says Beauty and the Beast is the only one she loved. Sherry says, I like the live action. I didn't expect to, but I did. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, Sherry, have told me they liked it. I've seen other people say they hated it. And that's what worries me is I can't hate it. I would be afraid. So I'm just not going to watch it. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Ron and Meredith say, I agree with you on the live action films. We saw the Lion King live action and was disappointed when comparing it to the animated version. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I wonder. I needed those emojis. Thank you. Well, we're glad to have you for sure. Alyssa and Neil say, same as Splash Mountain, love the animatronics, but not so into the drop. That's Melissa for sure. Saria says Lion King was a letdown for me. Also love you guys. Oh, thank you, Team Marie. We love you too. Thank you so much. It means the world to us. Thank you. Cynthia, thank you so much. Everybody, you're all very, very, very generous and so kind. Chris says if you were a big Stitch fan, you might love that ride. Doesn't make it good. That's true. But it makes it good for that person. And that's all that ultimately matters to that person. I love Carousel of Progress. Other people love Carousel of Progress. Steve hates Carousel of Progress. So you're right. What makes a ride good is all in that person's mind. It's that simple. Um, Again, I think people, I know people, I love People Mover. They won't ride it. They think it's terrible. They don't understand. They don't understand the attraction behind it. No pun intended. R. Johns is here. Richard, welcome into the house, buddy. Another one of our Park Hopper members, buddy. Good to see you, Richard. Hope you're doing well. Everybody say hi to Richard. Hope you're doing well, bud. Good to see you. Hope to see you soon. Brian said it's so hot today that I needed a... All right, let's see here. What else we got? I think that's everything. Well, guys, we're already... Alyssa Stenberg, welcome in. Good to see you. Alyssa, I don't even know if I said hi to you, dear, and I apologize if I didn't, but welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Richard's just saying hi to everybody. No, Stitch was just terrible, period. No, I agree. I don't like that ride, but I'm not a big Stitch fan anyway. And it wasn't even really a ride. It was more like an attraction. He says, I'll be upgrading my membership in May now that I've got my cell phone under control. Oh, Brian... Don't even worry about it, buddy. You're just signing up at all is more than what you needed to do. So thank you. I appreciate that, but we appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. And I think that's everything for now. So, yep, 8 out of 10. I know we're past 30 minutes, guys. I don't want to hold you guys too long because I know there's other streamers coming on later. 8 out of 10 for me. Journey of the Little Mermaid. So now we got to do... Here they are. Oh. I'm dropping them all over the place. There's so many in here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to draw one, and whoever I draw is who we're going to get for tomorrow. All right, so I got one. Tomorrow it will be, we're staying in Magic Kingdom. There's so many in Magic Kingdom. You can't see that, I don't think. I got terrible handwriting. Philhar Magic. Mickey's Philhar Magic. That's what we're going to be discussing tomorrow at 6 o'clock right here. So you'll see us twice tomorrow. You'll see us at 6 and then you'll see us at 8 tomorrow night. So tomorrow we'll be discussing Mickey's Philhar Magic, pros and cons, what we like about it, what we don't like about it, maybe some changes we might make, whatever it might be. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow on our daily Disney discussion. I hope you guys can join me for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Brian says, Walt, we are going to need to pick an attraction for tomorrow. Already did it, Brian. There it is. Mickey's Philhar Magic is the one for sure. Let's see. I think we need a bigger bowl. I know. I didn't want to use a bigger bowl, though. Anthony Manzano, welcome in. Do you feel that Disney... let's see. He says, do you feel that Disney has some outdated rides? I know they're popular, but eventually they're going to have to replace them, in your opinion. No, I don't. Haunted Mansion's been around for forever. Space Mountain's been around for forever. To me, you're not outdated if you're still pulling in people. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I love the old rides. I like the idea of having a happy medium of some old and some new. I have no problem with either one of those. We can incorporate new and old. We don't necessarily have to get rid of all the old rides to bring in new rides. In some cases, yes, I get it. But it doesn't happen to happen all the time. But there you go, guys. That's our show for today. Again, later on tonight, you've got Triple P, Practically Perfect Park Hopping. Josh going at 7. Steve goes at 8. Don't forget to see Steve. Miss Steve. Don't miss Steve at 8. And then Meg at 9. Pepper Tree Villa at 10. And then tomorrow, we're back for Disanity at 8 o'clock. We'll be talking news and notes. Hopefully, we'll have a lot of different things to talk about there. Donna Jaworski, welcome in, dear. Another one of our members. Donna, it's so good to see you. Say hi. Everybody say hi to Donna. Donna, I'm sorry we're leaving, dear. But I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's safe and doing good. But we will definitely be talking more about it tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Jim Moore Sunshine Please is going live. Check him out. And I think that's it for now, guys. Again, all of our new members, thank you for joining membership. It means the world to us. We got a lot of great stuff coming. There's perks. There's merchandise. There's goodies. There's all kinds of different things that are going to be available to you. You'll know them when you see them when you go into the membership area. But for all those that have signed up, we appreciate it. Not everybody else, it's not necessary. Nothing's going to change on our channel. If you want to join our membership, by all means, we'd appreciate it, and that's great. And we're very honored, but it's not mandatory. It's all voluntary. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Well, I had a great time with it. I hope you guys did too. Tomorrow, Mickey's Philhar Magic. That's what we're going to talk about, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Walt, technical question. Do you make the emojis or did you pick them from a list? If you make them, I'll create some custom ones for you. Russ, by all means, buddy, you don't have to do any of that. I found them on the internet. I didn't make these. So custom emojis would be great. But by all means, buddy, you don't have to do any of that. And I just thank you for all your generosity that you've already given us. But I think that's it, guys. I think I've covered everything. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock talking about PhilharMagic. Bring your questions, bring your comments, bring your opinions, and bring your rating. I want to see what you guys rate tomorrow for that one. Until then, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you guys in the chats tonight for some of these other shows. I'll talk to you later. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye, everybody.